Oh, all right, so 14 gens out. See if I can pick it up. All right, I can order. Now I'm just gonna go to the store. Thank you very much. Okay, so I spent an hour in traffic to go pick up these laptops, and let's see how good they are. Now, before I go ahead, I want to thank Intel for sponsoring this video and letting me spend time with you guys on the road while trying to make this video. That being said, this should be really fun because it's quite impressive to see a company make an announcement and then have the products the same day. This is probably one of the first times ever, at least for Intel, for this to happen. They announced the 14th gen Meteor Lake processors, which are meant to bring AI computing to the Windows operating system and just Windows laptops in general, plus performance in terms of better battery life, as well as also graphical performance with the Intel Arc integrated GPUs. So the two laptops I picked up were the Prestige 16 AI, which is what I have here, as well as the Asus Swift 14 Go, which I sent over to Danny Wingate, so go check out his video for that. Now this laptop is pretty nice. It's really light. It's about 3.3 pounds, 1.5 kilograms. Is made from a magnesium aluminum alloy chassis, so you can toss this guy around and it is a super light laptop. Now the display is 16 inches, aspect ratio is 16:10. You can lay it all the way flat 180 degrees, so this gives you a lot of flexibility while you're using it. Again, nice structure, simple keyboard layout with num keys, as well as also a very smooth trackpad. But you said Thunder E, you spent an hour plus driving to the city because you cared about what the processor is and what kind of processor we have inside. So let me tell you what it is. It is the Intel Core Ultra 7. Now, Intel has changed their nomenclature. At first, I didn't like the name Intel Core Ultra, but actually, it kind of makes sense. It's easier to flow than the Intel 1349, it doesn't matter. This is the Intel Core Ultra 7, or specifically the Core Ultra 7 155H, if you want to add those extra nomenclatures to it. This is part of the Meteor Lake H-series processors, which will either feature 4 or 6 performance cores. And I'm going to see how these performance cores handle when we talk about gaming, because you know I'm going to show you gaming in this video. You also have 32 gigabytes of RAM. It has the Intel Arc processor, graphics processor, which should give you better graphical improvements. This also has 2 USB Type-C ports, HDMI at the back, and the right-hand side, a full SD card slot, headphone jack, Ethernet port. So you've got a lot of connectivity with this laptop. So that being said, what do we have when we game? Now, MSI also has an MSI Center built in to take advantage of the Meteor Lake processor, which also has a brand new built-in MPU. Now that MPU is where all the AI functionalities will be housed, especially with Intel laptops all the way through in the future, because this is where developers take advantage of AI computing, AI processing for software, games, you name it. So people like Adobe can use that for a lot of the AI features that they want to actually showcase. I can imagine games in the future actually use that as well for just running certain characters in the games, or NPCs, so they can actually perform better. You get a better gaming experience. But what do we have for just raw performance right now? So I installed 2 games. First was Forza Motorsports, and the other was Doom Eternal, one racing game, one shooter. I'll start off with Forza Motorsports. This is a brand new game, and I didn't know what to expect as well as performance. I got a solid 30 frames per second, ran really smooth. I played on low settings for both games, and it still looks really good, and it played really well. Imagine this, you're on an Intel, basically Intel Evo laptop. It's a thin and light, and you're able to play games like this. I still had to have it plugged in with the PD charger, so that's just giving you an idea of what's going on there. Now moving over to Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal was quite interesting. I had the aspect ratio at either 16:9 or 16:10. 16 by 9, it was 1080p resolution. 16 by 10, it was 1050 resolution. Both gave me 60 frames per second or more. It varied between 60, roughly about 59, 60 to about 72. So that was really good for a fast-paced shooter like that, with a lot of particles and things going on in the environment. It just played really, really well. Now, this also adds to the fact that you've got enough RAM here in the system, as well as also the GPU doing a good job in performance. Now, there are a bunch of features in that MSI Center that you can use, like a game mode that will basically turn on to the performance mode of your system so you can game in the best possible manner, which is great. So what about temperatures? Well, I got about 119 degrees while playing, about 45 degrees Celsius. So that was pretty solid. The fan did kick in. It was loud, but wasn't crazy loud. How about you guys just take a listen to the fan itself? So, not bad, not bad. I think it's one of those things that could be improved, but being able to game on this chassis where this is not built for gaming, this is not even meant to be gaming, but I can, and I can do it quite effectively, to me, is an impressive step for this processor. Now, I haven't spent time with any of the AI units, as I mentioned earlier. I've only spent about 6 hours with this laptop, and already I am impressed. Battery life, I will update you guys on IG and on Twitter if you guys are interested in that. But it does come with a 99.9 watt-hour battery, so you should get some pretty good battery life. And we're looking at roughly maybe around 12 hours of battery life on this, so that should be impressive. With an OLED display, so you're gonna get at least better optimization overall. So honestly, for me right now, I am really impressed with what Intel's 14th gen processor, the Meteor Lake processor, is doing in the MSI Prestige 16 AI. I think this is a very good start for Intel. I think this is a very good thing for just the PC laptop market in general. I'd like to see what MSI and other manufacturers will do with this processor and other Meteor Lake processors as we move forward. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, let me know. Otherwise, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And also, if you want to pick up any of these devices, use the link down below, whether it's the MSI Prestige 16 AI, the Acer Swift 14 Go, or the Lenovo IdeaPad 5, as well as the Asus ZenBook 14 OLED, which are all Meteor Lake powered devices. I'll have links for you guys in the description of this video. Thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.